What is going on with Meta? Do you have me on Facebook? Why is it? I feel like it's gotten so hard for these notifications on my Facebook. Like, I get a notification, and I'm very grateful that I can get on Facebook. But I've noticed a lot of times I get notifications like at 2 o'clock that I'm live right now. Have y'all noticed that? What do you think's going on with Facebook? Well, I'm frozen.
I think Elon Musk needs to buy Facebook.
I wonder if he would consider doing that. Am I live or am I frozen with you? Why am I frozen over here? I just don't understand. Should I keep doing the morning grind? Jake from State Farm. What do you think? God, it's so aggravating. Good morning, everybody. I need to get in a better mood. Let me tell you, I'm going to the doctor today, okay? I'm very thankful that I get to go to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor because this doctor, my doctor, is very intense. He just straight up calls you right out on the bullshit. No, he talks to you kind of like I talk to y'all. He talks to me like that. So today I got to go in there and weigh, and if you notice, I'm wearing like virtually nothing. I'm trying to cheat the system, trying to help. So I'm trying to do all these hacks, which it's bringing me to today's show topic. So if you'll be patient with me, I'll tell you. If you're on the show, please like, comment, and share the stream, okay? Because somebody needs to hear this message. Remy, thank you for getting on here. Josh, what are you thankful for? Let me hear your 60 seconds of gratitude.
Thankful that I got some mentors that are leading me in the right direction.
Are we leading you in the right direction?
Yes.
Who are you speaking of?
You and Weatherman.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Kendall, good morning. Okay, I was walking yesterday, and I would advise everybody, I would highly recommend that everybody goes on a little 20 to 30 minute walk at the end of the day. You don't need to listen to anything though. You don't need anything. You don't need to listen to your rap music, or you don't need to listen to UFC stuff, or you don't need to listen to, what would you be listening to? Well, you don't need to listen to a podcast because your mind is fixated on what somebody else is telling you. But whenever I'm walking, and you don't even get a chance to be creative because you're listening to them. Whenever I walk with nothing. I like to just walk and think. Unless I'm walking with my wife. Hey, cousin Noah. Unless I'm with my wife and she won't shut up. Like, she wants to keep talking. She's chatting. And I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get creative. And I was thinking last night as I was walking, or maybe it was the day before. No, maybe I can't remember why I came up with this thought. But I came up with, we're in a society today where we try to fix things as quickly as possible. Like right now, I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm grateful that I get to go to the doctor. But the doctor is going to tell me something. And as soon as I walk out of there, I'm going to want to fix something. It's probably attached to weight. Okay, it's probably attached to being a fat ass right now. Okay, so he's going to look at the report and he's going to go through there and he's going to scare the hell out of me. Okay, and then I'm going to walk out of there and I'm going to want to change the result as quickly as I can. But that's not where the magic is, and this applies to so many different laws of our life. Whenever people have a credit problem, they're going to go buy a house. And their credit score is too low. They can't buy a house. What is the first thing they want to do?
Try to get a cosigner.
No.
They want to try and raise credit.
They want to go to a credit repair, or they want to do something to change the number as quickly as possible. But the magic is in the hard work. If you really want to change something, don't just change the credit score. Change the way you're responsible for your finances. Change your behaviors. Change the way you think about things. Change the way you view debt. But most people don't want to do that. They want to change a result as quickly as possible. That is not where magic will happen. I will brag on Josh, but let me get David. You know who can really help you with that. I can do it too. One time I went from like 250 to 194 in 6 months. It took 6 months to do that because I was fat. I'm back.
I thought you were talking about your credit score.
No. No. Motivation doesn't last. Habits do. Good morning, Cecilia. Thank you for getting on here. So whenever I look around here, a person that does the hard work, I look at Josh, because most of Josh's business comes from a hard work, a grind of getting in there. You're doing it too, but he's getting results now. The results you see him getting. How long did it take to get them, Josh?
Years, maybe more. 2 years.
Two or 3 years of doing it. But what you don't want to go through that. Nobody does. Do you want to go through that, or do you want it now?
I'd rather have it now.
Of course you want it now, but the now will not fix anything. Like have you ever heard people talk about if you were to win a lottery and you have bad financial habits, how quickly the money will be gone? 75 days. How long do you think it takes to break a habit or create a habit?
To create a habit?
Or break it?
21 days.
21 days is bullshit.
It's longer.
There ain't no way 21 days.
Say, personally, 4 months.
Josh says 4 months.
I was going to say
75 days.
75 days. What do you think?
Probably like close to a year.
Well, if you were to come in there, I did 75 hard. And now I'm back on 75 hard the other way. I'm going the other way. 75 hard the...
Easy.
Well, I'm doing it hard though. Eating too much. I am working out. Didn't change. It's a daily commitment every single day where you've got to make this decision. And then after you make this decision, you've got to take personal responsibility for everything that happens. It's because of you. No matter what it is, but how many people are willing to do that? Then you've got to be committed whenever you come home and you're wanting to eat something bad, or whenever you don't have the money and you go out and spend something. See, my wife's on here, and the last person that needs to be listening to me talking about this right now is her. Because last night she's trying to hold me accountable, because I said I ain't drinking during the week anymore. And I came home and I did a walk before we had dinner, and it was hot. It was real hot out there. And whenever I'm outside in the sun, I crave one thing. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
I crave cold beer, like really cold beer. It's so I go out to the outside refrigerator, and she couldn't see really because she was kind of blinded. She couldn't see through all those windows. I was in a little blind spot, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" And I said, "I was putting a beer up there." And she was trying to hold me accountable for it. And guess what I did?
Shut up.
Yeah, smacked her. No, I said, "Shut up, woman! Give me my beer." Gator wants his beer. So I went out there and I drank a beer. And then she left and she was checking in on me, and she's like, "What, are you on your third beer by now?" And I'm like, "I'm a second." And she's like, "What?" Because I told her I was only going to have one. But see, it's these, why is it so hard for me to stay on track? Why is it so everybody has a problem with staying on some track? I don't know what it is. And it's something that I think you've got to stay daily committed to. But the most important thing are these habits. If I was in the habit of not wanting a beer after I was walking or outside in the sun, it would be a lot easier. But habits are these things that are going to influence these decisions that are so hard for you to emotionally overcome. So if you're coming in here and you're not making calls, how many calls did you make yesterday?
54.
Did you really? How many calls did you make yesterday? How many did you make?
I'm not even sure.
How many calls did you?
50.
Under?
I was under.
Over under 20.
Probably under.
See, the more you do of what you're doing, the harder it is to shift it, to change it. That's why it's so important. If you can continue to keep coming in every single day, it's not as hard for you to make 50 phone calls. You know why? Because you're not trying to break a habit. Breaking the habit is so hard. It's so hard to change the habit. It's not what you're doing, it's changing the habit. And all these habits that you've done your whole life are weighted into trying to change the new habit. A cold beer for breakfast sounds great. Dale Jr., Drew, Andre, I would give lots of things for a cold beer right now. I know you would. But after 75 days of being on the 75 Hard program, it probably would be a lot easier for you to decline a beer. Just know this, whenever you're trying to change your habits have been with you for most of your life. You've had habits that you've tried to break that you couldn't break. You've had whenever you're trying to, my wife says I look muscular in this. That's why I'm tricking the doctor today. You weren't on here earlier. I'm trying to wear something where I don't weigh as much. I'm trying to trick him. I'm trying to take a shortcut. The shortcut, it's not going to change anything, is it? Shortcuts, you can't shortcut the truth. I'm trying to go in there and trick him. I see people do it with their health. I see them doing it with their wealth. I see them do it with their credit. They're always looking for the fastest result to change something. But that will not fix anything. What kind of beer do you like? I just like a Coors Light. David Spade, you can't break a habit. You can only replace a habit. And it takes time. It does. People saying it takes 21 days to break a habit. That's not right. That's not right. It's going to take a lot longer than that. You do have to change it, but changing it, it's so hard to do because you've conditioned yourself to this level of comfort. It's comfortable for me to come home and eat something bad, or it's comfortable for me to come home and have just one bourbon, just like one
Stout.
Dr. Cote knows what's up. There's no tricking him. There's not going to be any tricking him. But now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to feel a lot of I'm going into the doctor's office today and I've got a lot of shame going on. I got a lot of guilt. I've got a lot of anxiety. And the reason why is I'm going to hear him confront me on all the bad decisions I've made over the last 180 days. Now I got to live with it. And what I really want to do is I want to get on that board and erase it. But I know it can't be done. There's no tricking it. You know the truth. You know that. I know that. I'm going in there and he's going to see my blood work and he's just going to call me out. And then I'm immediately going to feel like, why did I do that? Why did I come home and want to have a bourbon? Why did I want to do that? Hey, Wednesday through Sunday. Where's my discipline? How many of you, though, you want to change your life, but you're not willing to fight through the feelings in the moment of what you really want the most? It's what you want now. But what you want now comes at a price to what you want in the future. What's more important to you? The little old boring life, miserable life you have right now? Or do you want it to look better in your future? And every single day, you're going to do something, and before you know it, you're in the future. The future is now the present. What changed? What's it going to be? So that's why every single day I try not to. Whenever I'm doing the things I need to do, I'm a lot. Van gave me probably my favorite compliment he's ever given me yesterday. He probably doesn't even know it. Whenever we were talking about growing the team, and he said, if there's one person that's going to figure out how to get there, it's going to be you. Because what did you say, Van? I've got this. I'm going to figure things out.
You're just tenacious. You have a lot of tenacity.
I'm tenacious about getting where I want to get. But I'm not the smartest person. So it's going to take me a little bit longer.
I'm the smartest.
Yeah, you're the smartest guy in here. I'm tenacious, but I'm not the most intelligent. But the result that I'm pursuing is I'm going to look like a genius one day, okay? But it's not because of my intelligence. It's because of my tenacity of never giving up, willing to do whatever it takes, willing to do something that won't work. But you've got to be willing to fail before you can figure out how to win. Shut us down, Vingraftin.